But a lot of guys that I know aren't fucking opening their eyes, which also leads to things like them missing approach invitations, approach signals, girls who are interested in them. Hey guys, Hector Castillo Poppy from girlschase.com. Today we're going to talk about infinity and how it applies to beautiful women. So without getting into some mathematical discussion, what I mean by infinity in this context is that you could never run out of beautiful women to approach. And so as long as you're in a city of somewhat of a population, let's say a bigger city, right? So you might be in a super small town or a super small city, and you could just swear to me that there's like maybe 5 gorgeous women and they're all married, okay? In that situation, you need to move, sorry. But in the situation where you're in a decently populated city or area with some cities nearby, there is an infinite amount of women that you could approach. You can never stop meeting those beautiful women. One might show up on Friday, one might show up 2 weeks later, but if you go out and you do your due diligence and your research and scouting, they're gonna be there and you're never gonna run out of them. So to test this, and you could do this method as well, and I encourage you to do that. Go out and test it, right? One way you could do is start getting the statistics of girls, how many women are in my city, or how many of them are between 18 and 30, and then how do I rank their attractiveness? Fuck all that, okay? I actually tried doing that in a video, and I filmed it like 3 times, and almost every time, no, more than 3 times, I would just like get lost in my own math, because I suck dick at math, and it would just end up not really being that appealing. So I was like, well, I'll just do this an easier way. I'm gonna go out, the next 20 girls that I see between 18 and 30 years old, I'm gonna rank them. To me, are they gorgeous? Are they like beautiful, pretty, cute? Whatever ranking system you wanna use, right? But I would suggest focus on like the super gorgeous girls, because then once you have that number, everything else kind of becomes easier. Because what I found out is that if 2 to 1, 1 to 2 out of 20 women that I see are like stunningly beautiful, gorgeous, wow. How many more are there that are beautiful but maybe not stunning, or pretty or cute, or the numbers game of 1 to 10 is not the most accurate thing in the world, but whatever your standards are, whatever your type is, go out and have that standard and see how many of women of your type are out there, okay? And what I found out was that of the 20 women that I saw, like 2 of them were stunningly beautiful. But let's even say 1, okay? Or even say 1 in 30 or 1 in 40. But once you have that number is the important part, okay? So let's say it's not 1 in 20. Let's say it's 1 in 30. All right, well, then you can go and look up the population of your city, break it down to how many women there are, 18 to 30, and then divide that by 30. And that's how many, I think that's how the math's gonna work. That's how many super gorgeous women, right? Or you just go out and just say, okay, if I approach 20 women, but you don't have to actually approach them, right? But if I go out and I look at 20 women or 30 women, I'll find one girl who's super duper amazingly gorgeous. And then so many more that are cute or beautiful, definitely fuckable, dateable, girlfriendable, wifeable. Because not every one of you is gonna get the top-notch girls, because you have to earn that. You have to be worthy of her as well. You want her for a reason, she's fucking gorgeous. Well, she's gonna want you for a certain reason, not just because you think you're fucking special, okay? So you do have to be a high-value man to get high-value women. And then of course her personality is important. I get all that. That's not part of the discussion here. We're kind of just trying to motivate you with your sex drive, okay? And your horniness and your desire to have a beautiful woman in your life. Because for men, it's definitely an achievement in our life to fuck a beautiful woman, to date beautiful women, to have beautiful women chasing us, to have them available to us, and to marry and have kids with a beautiful girl. So whatever your motivation is, I'm just trying to get you out there, get you approaching girls by giving you some real data that you can go out and test this next week, right? So maybe you don't go out and say, okay, the next 20 girls that I see, I'm gonna, put them in a fucking stratum and, detail it and put it on a Google spreadsheet and then send it to Hector, right? How about just for the next week on your way to work, on your way to get coffee, on your way to the fucking gym, just casually on your phone, just count if you see a girl that you think is absolutely beautiful, right? In 1 week, right? You don't even have to count how many girls you saw, just count the super gorgeous girls or the pretty girls or the beautiful girls, and then just put a little mark anytime you see them. I think you might be surprised by how many dings you're gonna have. Because when we, the past is sometimes a very fuzzy thing, and you might think, oh, there's really not that many beautiful women out there. No, like if you actually try to catalog it, I think you're gonna be surprised by how many beautiful women out there. I've seen this with my clients so many times where I take them out, or even friends who even do this, like who try to get a lot of girls, will be walking around and they just miss girls. Like they just don't even notice them. Whereas me, as I have like eyes on the back of my head, like I'll tell you like, oh yeah, there was a cute blonde, you know, by the dumpster 30 blocks over. You know, I can see her with X-ray fucking vision from a, 39-degree angle, and my dick already smelled her and is kind of like trying to pull me towards her. Okay, so I'm very aware of beautiful women around me. It's almost like a curse. My head's kind of, well, head's not on a swivel, but I'm being aware of it. But a lot of guys that I know aren't fucking opening their eyes, which also leads to things like them missing approach invitations, approach signals, girls who are interested in them. But the first part is just even knowing the girl existed in the first place, because wow, you see a beautiful girl, she's just your type, go and approach her. Open your eyes. And I think you're gonna be very surprised by the practical infinity of beautiful women out there. Because if you go back to the number, like 1 out of 20, right? Well, if I find 18 to 30-year-old women, that demographic, and divide it by 20, that's how many like stunningly beautiful women are gonna be out there existing, right? Roughly, give or take, probably a couple few hundred. But let's say it's a fucking, god damn it, when I get to numbers, I start fucking shitting my pants. But let's say it's just a fucking 1,000, okay? It's only 1,000 beautiful women in the entire city, like who are like super stunningly beautiful, gorgeous, okay? That's 1,000 women to approach. How the fuck are you gonna approach 1,000 women? I've approached a dick ton of women. Like, I've been asked about it, and sometimes I'm like 15,000 or I'm like 10,000. It's definitely closer to 10,000, but maybe it's above it. Like, I don't know. I've done a lot of fucking approaching, like a stupid amount of approaching. But if you do like 10 approaches a day, so for a week, that's 70, 1 month, 4 weeks, 280. All right, well, within 4 months, you're at 1,000. But how many of you are gonna be approaching 10 women a day? I've done 15 a day, right? And I think it was more. But how many of you are actually gonna be out approaching? So, okay, there's 1,000 beautiful women, I'm gonna find all of them fucking Pokemon time. Okay, Ash Ketchum. 10 girls a day, they can only be super beautiful and gorgeous to meet our testing criteria. And by month 4, you're gonna be out of them. But while you're doing that, because you're not gonna be doing it, but while you're doing that, there's gonna be, as that 4-month hits and they're all runned out, there's gonna be like a swath of like 150 girls turning 18 who are like stupidly gorgeous. And then another swath of, 100 girls who, because you're gonna say, oh, they're in a relationship because they're beautiful, and of course they're in a relationship. Well, 100 of them just got out of a relationship as the fucking clock ticked midnight and you thought you approached 1,000. Okay, so there's always going to be another one to approach. You're never gonna run out of them, even if you like think and despair that there's none of them out there, okay? So I've made my fucking point. I don't know what statistics you need. The only proof you need is to go out and test it yourself. So watch this video, go out for the next week. You could either go out, what we call sarging, and you're actually like hunting, or just, living your life. Going to the gym, going to work, going to school, going to get coffee, going to get groceries. You gotta do shit, you gotta leave the house, okay? So keep your eye out, stay peeped for how many gorgeous women are out there. Mark it down, 1 week, maybe 2 weeks, and see. If it's at least one, that's one gorgeous girl you can approach a week. That's fucking 52 stunningly gorgeous women you can approach every year. And the chances are that if you approach enough of them are the ones that maybe give you an approach invitation, because those girls are interested in someone, and it might be you. And if you go out and you try with them and just get practice being around a level of beauty like that, you're gonna become more comfortable with it, and then your game's gonna get better. And then eventually you're probably gonna get one of their numbers, and then maybe go on a date, and then maybe even like kiss her, or eat her pussy, get your dick sucked, put your pee-pee in her VV, like get fucking pussy, maybe start dating her, maybe make her your fucking wife. Who knows? You gotta go out and start trying it, right? But the availability is there. The population exists for you to go out and have some fun, okay? Now, you gotta have a process, you gotta know what to fucking do, what to say, da-da-da. I talk a lot about that on this channel, so there's tons of free content, okay? But if you want a more streamlined approach, a kind of simple A to Z process, I'm gonna give you all of that in my course called Meet Girls Everywhere. The videos that I'm coming out in the past 2 weeks have been all focused on day game, and I've been trying to sell this course because it's coming out on Saturday on the 24th. Originally it was the 17th, moved it to the 24th. It's still gonna be awesome, but it's only gonna be available, calm down, Hector. This is the sales pitch moment. You must be presentable, charismatic. Okay, you're right, Hector. So for 4 days, this motherfucker talking to himself. Yes, he is. For the next 4 days, once the 24th hits, you're gonna be able to buy Meet Girls Everywhere. And then after that, you're not gonna be able to for 3 months. And then it's gonna be fucking fall, right? And then the hot girl summer is gonna be over. The energy of just getting out of quarantine and being free is also gonna be gone. Everyone's gonna have already let out their pent up horniness, right? So this is a very hot time to be approaching girls. Summer, weather's good, unless you're south of the equator, then it's fucking winter for you. Sorry. And people are getting out of quarantine and they're fucking horny as shit. Okay, so go out and start approaching. And then on the 24th, you can pick up my course and you can start watching it. I'm gonna teach you everything. Where to go, what time to go out, how to look for approach invitations, girls that are interested in you, how to notice when she's not interested in you so you can save both of you some fucking time and emotions. But it's just a 5-second thing, like even if you get rejected. Teach you how to deal with rejection. Teach you how to deal with approach anxiety, because some of you might be afraid. Okay, there's beautiful women everywhere, but I'm scared to approach them. I got you. What to actually say when you go up talk to her, how to have a conversation, how to close, meaning get her phone number and get a date set, then how to actually set up the date, right? And even some extra stuff, like how to approach girls who are working like at the kiosk, or the girl serving you burgers at Five Guys. I'm gonna teach you how to do that too. I'm gonna teach you how to approach girls with indirect openers. If you don't wanna go direct and give a compliment, teach you how to do indirect openers. I'm gonna teach you how to approach with the right energy, the right mentality, and have cool conversations that she walks away from going, oh, that was really interesting. It was totally random, but it was kind of cute. Like, yeah, I think I'll get coffee with him. And the girls that you're doing this with, cute, beautiful, pretty, or the 10 out of 10s that I have demonstrated to you, and you can go out this week or next 2 weeks and demonstrate to yourself as true for them being infinitely available to you. Gone full circle. Okay, so go out, approach those beautiful girls. They're out there and they're infinitely available, and do it with the techniques that I teach you in my course called Meet Girls Everywhere. There's a link in the description below, and you can sign up with your email. And once you get signed up, you'll get free content leading up to the release on the 24th. And then when the 24th drops, you'll know where to go, pick up the course, and start going. Best time to be approaching girls is right now. So sign up in the description below with your email, and we'll get started. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, sales pitch over. Love you. See you soon. Ciao.